got my brand new Coolflow fan. And then this is the part number. I'll also include it below. It's double boxed. And there it is. Looks like it slips right off here. This was specifically an order part number for the touring. Very nice. There's the fan unit. There it is. It's like a mini computer fan. Wiring harness, instructions. I think the harness comes with some kind of automotive style relay. And then the switch in the front. We're gonna have to remove a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna have to remove the seat for one. Take the seat off. To the midsection there. Seat off. Now we have a little bit more access from here. Okay, first we're going to remove these 1/2-inch screws, 2 of them right here. You gotta take these off. So this will come loose and we'll have access to the battery under there. Take this out so we have access to that panel behind there. There's a lot of things on this mid tray, including for California models. You also have this evaporator, the gas tank evaporator. You see it's bending. So if I bend that out a little bit, the ECU will actually pop out. Bend this side out a little. I don't think you really need the screwdriver, but yeah, now it's out of the way without having to remove the connectors. Kind of push the battery tray, this mid plate or frame forward. Right there. You see here that it's popped out. This wire's in here. There's a latch back here that latches to that this metal piece on the bottom. So it just needs to push forward. You just need to push this tray forward to get it out. Now to remove this evaporator for California models, the tube came off, but just to show you, there is a little lever here where you bend it down and this pops forward. That little catch here is right there. It's right here. So that slips out. Okay. Make sure the vacuum tubes are in, of course. Okay, so now that's off. You set that to the side. Now we have access directly to the batteries. I guess this is what we use to pull the battery up. So the first thing we want to do is disconnect the negative side. The reason we remove the negative side first is because if you're on the negative and you actually touch another piece of metal, the entire frame is negative. Okay, once the negatives removed, the bike's now no longer energized. You obviously want to keep that away. I'm going to put the screw back so I don't lose it. And we'll remove the positive. Now if I accidentally touch this positive to any part of the bike, because the negative is actually not connected anymore, you won't have a closed circuit, so obviously nothing's going to happen. Move that out of the way, put the screw back. I'm going to pull this strap here that Harley put in place so I can have access to the battery. And there comes the battery. I believe it's going to be here. That's where the mount's going to be, those holes there. See? You can see here, That's where it's gonna go. Something like this. There. There's one on top and one on the bottom. Look on this side. Here and here. That's where it's going to mount to. The fan connector is here. The factory already have it installed, but we do need to remove it from its connector. So just push that back and you'll see it exposes the fan wire. It was right here. It was plugged in here. So I just removed that lever and it came right out. Okay, so now we have the connector exposed. We can install the fan. And all right, we need to rotate this spark plug over, but just doing so is not really turning. As you can see, look, it's not turning. So what you need to do is you need to remove this and turn it. So to remove it, I use the long needle nose pliers, but you got to do it very lightly, because if you tear this rubber shield, the spark is going to come through the tear. So you got to do it very lightly. Pull up slowly and it should come off. Once it's off, you can pull it out, right? See it? Now we're gonna put it back in. Okay. Now you see the wire actually goes towards the left of the side of the bike. This one, I'm not too sure. Should be okay. We can move it over also. So again, we'll slowly pull it so we don't rip. Just move it a few times, it'll come out. See that? It's right out. Again, you don't want to tear anything in here. If you do, you're going to have to get a new spark plug cable. Okay, we'll move this over to the left side a little. Okay. Okay. There. So now they're shifted. Both the wires are shifted to the left. So this is the screw that came with. It's a hex, socket hex. So we're going to put the screw, the lock washer in, and then the flat washer. We're going to go inside the frame through to these screws right here, right? Okay, my trick is to put it on the Allen key like this, so I can extend it in there. That way I don't have to hold it. I place the holes right here. So I'm using the Allen key to go in there first. And there it is. See? Got it over in the bolt. Let's try to get it into here. Let it take up the thread that's on this nut. And it's on. That's it. I use a ball type of Allen, so that way I don't have to go in straight. It could be a little bit off angled. Now we'll do the bottom screw. So again, the screw, lock washer that came with it, the flat nut. I'm going to use an Allen to hold it. See? As I put it in, because my finger can't reach that far. It's really dark in there. Let's see here. I'll line it. Okay. Gotta be very careful not to drop it. I did it before, and it's easy to lose the washer or lock washer, or even the screw itself, because it gets stuck on its way down. Alright, so it's in, kinda. I don't have a way of putting in the torque wrench, because I don't have an Allen head this long that can adapt to a torque. So I'm just going to tighten it snugly. Oil hose line that's in here, that one. We're going to remove and put this little shield on it. I guess this will help shield it a little bit. So we're going to do that. I have a big pliers here. The hose clamp. Now that the clamp is out, let's see if I can move the hose. I wiggle it back and forth. See from this side. Oh wow. Okay. So the wheel is back and forth, and it came loose, and now it comes out. See that? Okay, first you gotta remove this clamp. Once that's removed, then we can put in the shield into the oil line. Okay, I'm gonna put this in. Alright, now I put the clamp back on after I put in the shield in. Let's see. I'm gonna move this clamp back up to the top. There. Now it's in place. I'll move this shield back up. Good. Alright, we need to install this harness that's included. It's got the relay. The harness connects to this connector here, and I'll zoom in. And then that fan connector that's here, that was originally connected. And I mean, basically this goes in between, this adapter goes in between there. Okay, so it will fit into there. There's an empty connector here, a blank one right here. It's got the purple and black wire to it. See better here. See that? It's connected to nothing. It's a blank. There's nothing here. So I'm going to put that to this connector here. It only fits. And this one goes back to the fan connector back here. So we'll do that. Okay. So now that's plugged in, we'll have to hide these wires somehow. See, it's just a dummy connector here. The wire's out of the way. I'll probably just tie wrap these together so that way it stays. Alright, you can see the battery terminals, I've already bolted them in. Just hand tight, that's all, snug. We'll have to start assembling things back, the tray. Push down. Okay, it's latched in. Then it goes, the back seats right in. Into place, right here. Right there. Snaps into place. Make sure the hose lines are in for the evaporation, gas tank evaporation. And again, this is for California models. The ECU. Snap that back in. Let's see where it's supposed to go though. Right here. Okay, that's in place. We have this thing. I don't know what that is. Okay, and that's in place now. So it should be good. You make sure nothing's going to get pinched. What to do is to install the switch. The switch will go right in front here. Switch is going to be here to turn on the fan. It's a toggle switch. There. Alright, so this is that switch. The connector is going to plug into here. Right? Yeah. Plug into here to turn on the fan. Okay, so we're going to try to pry that cover off. There it is. Right, it's just a piece of plastic. So it's notched, so this cannot re-rotate it. You cannot put it in sideways, it won't go in. It's notched right there on the bottom. Close this thing. Just screw it back on. One thing I forgot is to apply the decal. The decal goes right there. Fan decal. Just make sure it's aligned. Okay, it is. Yeah. Now, I went and got this rubber seal toggle switch just to make it a little bit more waterproof. I'm sure it's already waterproof, but you can buy it from Amazon. It's pretty cheap. It does fit these switches, so we'll put this on. That's kind of what it looks like.